shadows of a dimly lit chamber, a dagger lay hidden, its blade glinting faintly under the flickering torchlight. It was a weapon forged for destiny, intended for an audience that would change the course of a nation. At the heart of this tale was King Eglon, a man so corpulent that his very size seemed to mock the heavens. He was a tyrant whose body was a canvas painted with the excesses of his greed. Each roll of flesh a testament to the burdens he placed upon the people of Israel. For 18 agonizing years, the Israelites had lived beneath the oppressive yoke of Moab's rule. Their harvests, once abundant, were now mere tributes to a king who lounged on a throne in Jericho, the sun glistening off his sweat-streaked skin as he reveled in their misfortunes. Jericho, once a city of glory, lay humiliated, a carcass feeding the insatiable hunger of a foreign oppressor. In the depths of despair, the people cried out to their God, their voices lifted like smoke to the heavens. And in their cries, he heard them. From the least of the tribes, Benjamin, rose a man named Ehud, a left-handed warrior marked by the very trait that made him the subject of ridicule. Yet in a world that celebrated strength and power, God chose the unusual, the underestimated. Ehud was neither mighty nor renowned. He was a quiet soul with a burning conviction. As he looked upon the suffering of his people, a plan ignited within him, a fire of divine purpose. Deliverance would not come through grand gestures or open rebellion. It needed to be tactical, precise, and infused with faith. Under the soft glow of the furnace, he toiled, hammering steel into a double-edged dagger, a weapon small enough to hide, yet long enough to vanquish. The day of tribute arrived, a grim procession of carts laden with the fruits of Israel's labor. Soldiers, clad in armor, escorted the Israelites through the gates of their city, their hearts heavy with submission. Within the palace, King Eglon awaited, his greedy eyes fixed on the riches that sustained his indulgence. The air was thick with tension as Ehud stepped forward to present the tribute, his heart pounding, but his demeanor calm. With a voice that resonated like thunder, Ehud declared, "I have a secret message for you, O king." Eglon's eyes sparkled with intrigue, his voracious curiosity piqued. "Leave us," he commanded his attendants. The doors to his chamber sealing shut behind them. And there they stood, the opulent king, encumbered by his own indulgences, and the slight judge, underestimated by all. The silence was palpable, a heavy blanket enveloping the room. As the king leaned forward, Ehud stepped closer, his voice barely a whisper. "I have a message from God for you." In that fleeting moment, time itself held its breath. With a swift motion, Ehud drew the hidden dagger from his right thigh, where no guard would think to look. He struck with the precision of a lightning bolt, the blade piercing deep into Eglon's flesh, swallowed whole by the king's gluttonous body. Eglon gasped, his mouth opening in shock, but no sound escaped as his life extinguished in silence. Ehud released the dagger, weaving it embedded in the king, his heart racing, but his steps steady as he made his escape. Outside, guards barely noticed as they exchanged crude whispers about their king's prolonged absence, dismissing it with laughter. But soon, their mirth turned to horror as they discovered Eglon sprawled lifeless on the cool floor, his reign ended by a man they had overlooked. Ehud fled to the safety of the hills, a triumphant spirit ignited within him. He raised a trumpet to his lips, its sharp cry ringing through the valleys like a herald of freedom. Men of Israel flocked to him, their hearts ignited with hope. "Follow me," he roared, "for the Lord has delivered your enemies into your hands." The people surged forward, their spirits unshackled, seizing the fords of the Jordan. In a relentless wave, they trapped the Moabite forces, 10,000 strong, all struck down in a single day. Israel rose, not merely from slavery, but into a resounding victory. The cycle of oppression shattered. In the aftermath, peace reigned for 80 years, and the tale of Ehud became a reminder of the unlikely paths to deliverance. Even the smallest among them could rise to greatness, wielding what the world deemed weaknesses as weapons of divine justice. This was not merely a story of violence. It resonated deeply with the truth that courage often means stepping into danger when others retreat, trusting in a power greater than oneself. As the story of Ehud and Eglon echoed through generations, it whispered a timeless message. God sees beyond the surface, and in the hands of the overlooked, the ordinary can become extraordinary. So when you feel small, remember Ehud, a left-handed man who wielded courage like a blade, striking down tyranny with faith as his armor. And in every corner of oppression, know that even the mightiest can fall when confronted by the judgment of the righteous.